Good morning, Payson.
Welcome to another episode of The Pride.
We're so excited for today's show.
We're going to take a look at Tour of Utah, our wrestlers, the weather, and a special announcement from our wilderness survival friends. So the Tour of Utah is one of the largest bike races in the country, and this year, Stage 3 ends in Payson, which is super cool. So let's turn the time over to Esri to take a closer look.
The Tour of Utah is a 7-day, 7-stage bike race that goes from Zion National Park all the way up to Park City. The third stage goes from Richfield and ends here in Payson. Now we're going to go talk to Mr. Sorensen and find out a little bit about his position on the organizing committee.
I'm going to be helping coordinate the volunteer efforts on the local organizing committee for the Tour of Utah.
How many volunteers do you think about we're going to have?
We're not 100% sure yet, but we're guessing around 150 to even maybe 200 volunteers that we're going to need for the event.
So, what kind of people are able to volunteer?
Really, anybody that can help be on course to make sure the riders are safe. We're going to have people that help manage sanitation, course marshals, help down in the park with the finish area. There'll actually even be some volunteers that work closely with the athletes to make sure they get to their team buses. There's a variety, food services, there's a variety of different opportunities for volunteers. And we're going to be looking for high school students to help us out with that, so a lot of opportunities.
What day is it going to be coming to Payson?
It's going to be finishing in Memorial Park on August 3rd.
Are there any perks that people will get for being part of it?
Well, of course you get a really cool t-shirt. They feed you lunch. Really the most thing for a high school student is you're going to get an opportunity to volunteer for an organization on a global stage. There's going to be media from all over the world here, and you'll get to see how an event like that is staged and executed here in our very own backyard here in Payson.
So what is your role on the committee for Payson?
For the Tour of Utah for Stage 3, I'm going to be helping Mr. Peary with the media and also the PR. We're going to get as much of the public aware of this event as possible. So we'll put stuff on TV and in the newspaper and on the Facebook pages and Twitter and just try to get everyone to be aware of this awesome event that's going on. The coolest part about this race is that people all over the world will see it. And to have it located in Payson is a really neat thing. So people across the globe are going to see Little Payson, Utah, and it's going to be a really cool event. And so we're going to try to get, as far as media goes, definitely a statewide commercial. The folks from the Tour of Utah are really excited to be back in Payson. They say that we're one of their favorite stops. And so it's going to be a really cool thing.
Payson is so lucky to be a part of this massive bike race.
I think they're finally recognizing we're on the map, don't you think?
Well, they have to know who we are because of how awesome our wrestling team is. Wrestling went to state yesterday, and they're going to be at UVU again today at 12 o'clock p.m.
Examine your class load. If possible, go support.
Tyler Manukin, Wyatt Monroe, and Chase and Jed Lovelace are all still alive and in the race for state.
But that's not everybody. We still have a few other wrestlers that need your support today.
We had a chance to send Maddie Bing over to interview some of the wrestlers.
Let's take a look.
How has your season been so far?
Well, as a team, we've had our ups and downs. Lots of kids have been injured, but we got 16 wrestlers going to state, and all of them are wrestling tough, so it should be a pretty good tournament for us.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of this wrestling season?
My favorite part of the season was just being in the room with my friends and traveling on the weekends.
Who was your toughest opponents?
As a team, Wasatch and Maple Mountain, they're both dang tough and have pretty good wrestlers, and individually, my Wasatch kid's pretty tough.
For me, it's the Maple Mountain kid. He's beat me 4 times, so.
Ready to get him. How will you improve for your next season?
Just do a lot of work in the off season. Try to keep up, get better in the off season.
And what were your goals for this season, and how did you accomplish them?
There was lots of goals, but personally I had my 2 most important goals was placing the top 3 at every tournament and becoming a state champ.
Our wrestling team is literally the coolest.
Thanks again to Maddie for an inside look.
For any seniors who have been offered scholarships, make sure that you inform the counseling office. We're trying to beat the amount of the offered scholarships from last year.
Even if you aren't accepting the scholarship, still go tell our cute counseling secretaries.
Next up, one of our student meteorologists is outside for a quick weather announcement.
After that, we'll turn the time over to our wilderness boys for some more great tips on how to survive.
Thank you, ladies. As you can see, it is beautiful and sunny out here, and my shivering is to a very, very low minimum. It's 35 beautiful degrees, and the wind is at 2 miles per hour today. There is also a 0% chance of precipitation. Let's take it to the boys in the mountain, figure out how to survive out there.
Welcome to Wilderness Survival with Josh and Jam. My name's Josh. Rule number 1 when you're lost, don't panic. And that's how you calm them down.
As you can see, the sun is going down out here in the Canadian wilderness, and there's absolutely no one around for hundreds of miles.
Hey, hosers. Josh, is that a Canadian? Run!
Boy, Josh, ever since the sun went down, it's gotten awful cold outside.
Jump. I know a way to keep you warm.
How?
When you're cold.
Josh,
You wanna
what are you doing?
lay in the snow.
Hey, no.
No! And you wanna have your buddy cover you.
Josh, no! Stop!
Snow will create insulation
No!
and keep you warm.
Hey! Oh, okay.
Usually. That's probably good.
Hey, Josh!
Yeah, Jam.
It worked!
You're darn right it worked. All right. Rule number 1, never eat the yellow snow.
Josh, look! Yellow snow!
Jam, no. Oh, Jam. Is it that bad?
Of course it's that bad, Josh. It's your piss. Until next time, with Josh and Jam.
Wilderness survivors.
What would we do without all the wilderness boys' knowledge and wisdom?
We definitely could not survive.
With that, we have a few announcements.
We are having another school night at Zupa's on February 23rd from 5 to 9 p.m.
You all need to bring your friends, family, neighbors, kidnap them if you need. And remember to say that you want part of your proceeds to go to Payson High.
Everyone interested in a healthcare career, listen up.
There's a field trip on February 24th to learn more about what this profession entails. But guess what tomorrow is?
Your birthday.
Yes, but also the last day to go register with Mr. Hill. Make sure you get there.
One last thing.
All team captains, please meet in Mrs. Gowan's room, C12, for a meeting about freshman day right after the Pride.
I think that's all for today, Payson.
Thanks for tuning in.
From your favorite anchors,
Genuinely and lovingly,
have a great day.